Hi, this is Michael O'Leary again with Buy the Book Taxes with our latest video blog. This one is the last in the series that I've done on federal tax liens. And today we're going to talk about how to withdraw a notice of federal tax lien. Okay, as I've mentioned in the prior video blogs, IRS tax liens can be very intimidating to homeowners, people who want to sell a home, people who want to buy a home, even people in the real estate world, and even attorneys who may not fully understand all the ins and outs and how they all work. Okay, as we've mentioned before, there are three ways to navigate around an IRS tax lien, and we've covered the first two in the prior video blogs. The first is subordination, where you can ask the IRS to take a step back and allow another lender to go forward ahead of them in order to do a transaction which may result in the taxpayer having more money to pay the IRS. They would do that. The second one is discharge, where you don't discharge the lien, but you discharge an asset from the lien, like a home, so you could sell it and use the proceeds to pay the IRS. And then the last one is the withdrawal of a notice of federal tax lien, which we're going to talk about today. Okay, so here's the basics. When a taxpayer has a federal tax balance due of $10,000 or greater, the IRS files a notice of federal tax lien, typically with the Secretary of State in the state that the taxpayer resides, also with the land records where their home or their business is, and that notifies current creditors and future creditors that the taxpayer has this debt. This notice may also be very damaging to the taxpayer if it is reported to the three credit rating agencies. Generally speaking, it could drop the taxpayer's credit rating by over 100 points. I've heard anywhere from 100 to 150. Okay, so how do you get the notice of federal tax lien withdrawn? You can. There are a few conditions. The first is that you owe the IRS less than $25,000. So if you owe a little more than that and you can make a payment to get the balance under $25,000, you should do that. You must also be currently on a direct debit payment plan with the IRS. You also must have less than 60 months or 5 years left on that direct debit payment plan, and you must already have made 3 consecutive electronic debit payments. So they want to see that for the last 90 days, your payments have been occurring. They're not bouncing. You're not closing bank accounts, that you appear to be a trustworthy source. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you owe more than $25,000 and you can get the balance down under 25, please do it. And if all the other conditions from the prior page are also satisfied, submit IRS Form 12277, which is the application for the withdrawal of the notice of federal tax lien. The withdrawal doesn't remove the lien itself. It just removes the notice of the federal tax lien, which is very harmful to your creditworthiness and your credit rating. Okay, so if you have years of unfiled tax returns, owe the IRS a bunch of money, have tax liens, would have had your credit rating destroyed by IRS debt, please call me. I can help.